We're back for Gundam Astray Flight Unit. I am not going anywhere. Damn. The fit is amazing. Damn. Ah.
Since there's only a few of them, and the requirement to join is quite high, hence they hardly have any large-scale religious activities. But, since we're associated with them, the Dome Church has always paid attention to them. Especially. The rise of Irie is just too mysterious. Her identity as a dark elf mixed blood bastard is also quite controversial. Which makes someone like me who doesn't even come into contact with the big shots from other factions know about this work? This father seems to be the type that will perform his duty well. See, Vincent, it seems like these new kids have them that I will bear the cost of the holy water, making them think that helping the people to get rid of the evils is my duty. With this method, I will keep on receiving all those gratitude with tears that all the other priests wanted. Then only people will think of me the moment they run things supernatural. In other words, these slight changes that I've made not only can increase efficiency, it also gave me a lot of. But this has also given me quite the trouble. For example, some of our colleagues will think that I'm a sly person, and sometimes I will receive requests that are way beyond my capabilities. If I really run into a situation like these, I can only request for backup. That's normal, Vincent. Everything has their good and bad side, just like how the moon has a bright and a dark side dash. That's the motto of the Dome Church. The teachings in the Bible, I guess I don't have to explain much to you on that. As for the words that you said, it seems like you've been eager to look for someone to talk to. You wanted someone to approve your methods, the words you said. My child, you've lost the peace within your heart, am I right? I really can't hide anything from you. To be honest, for some reason, I find myself not being able to control my own ties and emotions recently, and I feel uneasy all the time. I even question myself if I'm qualified to be a follower of the moon. We will be the servant of the moon for our entire life. Worshipping the moon, serving the moon, loving the moon, fearing the moon. My child, don't question the teachings of the moon. The moon will bring peace and calm to you. All the good deeds that we've done in our life are all the beliefs that come from the deepest of our hearts. Maybe what you need is a few days of rest, to focus on your prayers to the moon. If this place gives you a peace of mind, this place will welcome you back at any time, my child. As long as you remain as the follower of the moon, Terrence's Church of Benevolence will always open its doors for business. It's not strong enough. I've let you see my weak side. I feel much better now. I guess coming back here is the right choice. You're right, after resolving this request at hand, I will take a break to give myself some rest. As a holy servant, when I'm fulfilling my duties as a father, I should always give my best. I will remember your teachings, spread the voice of the moon, vanquish all the evil and sins of the world. One day, I will definitely make you proud. You already. Elder Priest Terrence. Are you here? My kid accidentally fell from the stable and broke his leg. Please come and save him. Please calm yourself down. I will bring over the medical kit to save him. He will be fine. Do you need my help, Elder Priest? My holy skills. Never mind, it's true that my holy skills are always at the bottom among the unique tier. But my medical skills are still quite good. You don't have to waste your time to help me. Go now, my child, there's still more lost sheep for you to guide. Helping others is our duty as priests. Under the gaze of the moon, gratitude from others is the best reward. I always remembered your words. Well then, I'm going to help that person right now. I will need a few days to travel there. I will see you again, Elder Priest. I will come and visit you again. Have a safe journey, Vincent. Oh kind moon, I wish that you can protect your most loyal follower, give him peace and calm. I hope that the people will believe in the moon, wash away the evil within their hearts, making the world a better place. I hope that the kind people will always have a good reward. 3 days later. I'm finally here. This is the 23rd Street. Dusk. This is the best time for demons to be active. It feels so quiet. There's no passerby or cars. It's so much different compared to the Dome Church in the 7th area. This makes me feel so uneasy. A lot has happened in this area recently. I've heard about the two most famous ones. Being able to cause damage at this level, those big shots must have done a lot of things to cover up the truth. Since among all the superhumans, only the lower level of the church is allowed to use their abilities in public. This also gives reason for churches to be believed in, but Noken being attacked by dreams is still a solid fact. Major incidents need to be covered up to prevent chaos, but we don't have to do that for minor ones. Hence, normies like me have a reputation that is far beyond my capabilities. But those true higher-ups, the ones that always saves Noken, they remain nameless to the public. Sigh, forget about it. Let me finish my job for now. I hope that I can finally face a real evil after days of traveling, instead of some stupid problem like lack of sleep. Or else I will be adding some new things into his holy water. Sigh, I cannot think that way. It's happening again. I thought that talking to the elder priest will stop it for a little. I have no idea why, but there's been an irritable feeling clinging onto me recently, making me even easier to get mad and angry, and even some of my thoughts are not something that a holy servant should have. Even the baptism and the guidance from the elder priest couldn't help to calm me down. Maybe I'm just really tired. Sent. I should get this over with so that I can have a good, long holiday. In such a beautiful world, I can't help the people with this kind of mindset. This is the place, the audio store owned by Mr. Carl Corin. But why did he insist on me to get in from the back door? You're finally here. Oh, the moon. Father Vincent. You're finally here. Save me quickly. Damn it, if this pile of meat didn't speak, I almost unleashed my holy skills. Hold on, I shouldn't describe a requester this way. Shoo, my good child. You wouldn't want to alert the evil spirit next door, right? You're right, I'll shut up. You're finally here, I'm finally saved. My nightmare is finally over. Now that the Father is here, I can see the light ahead. I can feel the love and care from the eyes of Father. He must have wanted to get rid of the evil spirit for me as soon as possible, he's so dependable. I can't hit a requester. Now I understand the situation. You were saying that a few days before I arrived, he heard 3 officers from the Central Police and even controlled another one's mind? Applied holy water.
BDOK. Download today and get started.
Not only that the holy water didn't work, it even made it worse. If that's really the case, then I will need more time to prepare. I can only act tomorrow night. I will have to stay at your place tonight. No problem. My storeroom is still empty right now. It might be a little dirty. Maybe you can clean it for a little if you can't stand it? Patience. Tell me what I have to do. I will definitely cooperate. Not doing anything is the best cooperation. By the way, do you need me to further describe how terrifying that evil spirit is? Sigh, it feels nice to be in a room alone. These stupid people sure are troublesome. Luckily, I can get this done soon. This won't. The simple meditation spell is not working. Is it because I don't have enough pure moonstones? Or could it be even the holy emblem? The medium that we use to connect our own soul to the moon. Even this can't let me enter meditation with ease. The meditation is much less efficient compared to the usual ones, and there's even uncontrollable thoughts coming up. And the time I needed to enter the meditation state is 3 times the usual time. And I can even hear some weird noises? Some creepy images even flashes into my mind? Damn it, that irritating frustration is here again. It's like an unknown anger is rising within. What is exactly going on with? Phew. Seems like this is the only thing that can calm me down right now. Such a comfortable experience. It's almost as if I'm experiencing my first baptism again. Relax, my child. Accept my guidance. Devote your body and mind to the moon. We will forever be the servant of the moon. We coexist with the moon. We will live on the bright side and die on the dark side. Whenever the moon completes a cycle of light and dark, the cycle of life and death, the dead will be reborn. We will get the gift and blessing of the moon. At the same time, we will never get to see whatever's above the doom. Until the day we rise up to the sky upon death. The waves in my memory are flashing brightly, rippling within my vision. When I was sinking in, I could see the reflected moon on the water. The moon in the water is like my fingertips swiping through the water in the baptism pool. It's warm and soft. From that day onwards, I have never seen the true moon. I saw the moon in my memory. How is that possible? Ever since the baptism, all the true look and image of the moon should have been removed from my memory. But I did see it. That's the reflection in the water, not the actual moon. All the image related to the actual moon. They should be long removed from the souls of every follower of the Dome Church already. No matter how much I admire or love the moon in my heart, there's no way I will be able to look directly at the actual moon. That should be the case. But what is happening right now? Why can I see that? Moon in the water? Does that mean my belief is no longer true? Or is this my punishment from the moon? Or maybe, could it? That is actually the actual moon? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it. Father Vincent. What's going on? I heard your scream from the outside. What's happening in there? I've prepared everything you asked me to. What Ami supposed to do now? I'm fine. I'm coming over now. I'm glad that you're fine. You scared me to death. If you weren't here, I won't be able to sleep. I couldn't even sleep or eat for the past few days. That's enough. This irritating moment actually made me feel that everything is real. Leave this place. Evil spirit. I order you in the name of martyr. In the name of moon, devil. I expel you. Chanting complete. That way, this spells and the exorcism devices in this house. They're all confirmed. I used Itai on it just now. That bookstore doesn't seem to have anything special. I will have to confirm it by going over there personally. Phew, thanks to Father, I'm much better now. I thought something happened to you this morning. I yelled for you for an entire minute, but there's no response. You mean you've been yelling outside that door for a full minute? I swear. I'm not kidding. I've been yelling for a while outside, and I saw that no one was responding, so started knocking. I guess things are much more serious than I've imagined. I didn't even realize I'm deep inside a hallucination just now. But the most important thing right now is to help solve Colin's problem. I will have to look into my own problem after everything is over. That night. I've done my preparations, but it's best for me to do some investigation beforehand. If that bookstore owner is really an evil spirit or was influenced by some supernatural being, then in normal circumstances, he will still be acting normally. He wouldn't have any abnormal actions. These situations did appear in some of the cases that I've worked on before. Some spirits that remain in the human world after committing suicide, they will keep repeating the actions that they have been doing when they were alive without realizing that they are already dead. And there's evil spirits that will only affect the host under certain circumstances. Since they don't have a strong power of their own, they can only lay down traps like a spider, then bait the person into it and kill them. I haven't detected any presence of a spirit up until now, so it might be possible that it was the doing of a dream beast or other supernatural being. But based on Colin's statement, there hasn't been any suspicious actions before this. And just last month, he asked the bookstore owner next door to open the circuit breaker. That's when things start to get weird. I'm telling you, it's really terrifying. Ever since then, I've been... is that... the physical conditions of others. Well then, I will be heading out for the exorcism, Mr. Colin. Alright then, also you can just head back after the exorcism, you don't have to come back here. I'm worried that you might carry something dirty in here, I'm scared. Just let me know through the communication device once you get something. It's fine, if there's really an evil spirit, it will be good for the residents nearby after exorcising. Alright then, show me what kind of a being are you? Evil spirit. Boss. Don't say it, Moon. You have to trust me. The fertilizer that I gave it definitely has nothing to do with flower being like this. Moon, this is the effect of nature. Plants will meet their end one day, and we won't be able to do anything about it. They will slowly crumble and turn into dust, and all that remains are its ashes. Do you understand that, Moon? Understood. It's ashes. So the boss is planning to wait for the flower to dry up, then use its ashes for something else. Very well. Then boss, when are you going to kill it completely? Why is this kid starting to get harder to be fooled? It's making my life even tougher. Ahem, about that, I think that it can still be saved. Welcome, feel free to buy, borrow, or read any books that you're interested in, may I ask? Business mode activated. A blind man? And he's a blind father? This is quite the special guest. The role that provides guidance to others is being played by a person that requires guidance. I have to say, the meaning behind this sure is deep. Yes, please allow me to help. May I ask, is our guest here a father of the Dome Church? I didn't expect the first step to go wrong already. This bookstore is much clearer in thoughts than I have expected. Not only that he does...
What's so great about the Maya card? It's personal. It's global. Best of all, it's free and easier to get than ever. Just open a savings account, spend at least 500 bucks.
Or is much clearer in thoughts than I have expected. Not only that he doesn't seem to have been possessed, and he's even able to identify that I'm a father of the Dome Church. Also, this bookstore is actually giving me a creepy presence. I can even feel the traces of Itai the moment I walk in here. Which means, this place once had a supernatural being active here. The thing that has been giving off the most supernatural presence will be the stone statue of the Dark Wizard. You can feel the extremely cold anger from it at first glance. Which means that this thing is the culprit of this so-called evil spirit incident. Colin's distress call isn't something that came out of nowhere, but his target seems to be the wrong one. There's absolutely no issue with the bookstore owner himself. The one with issues here will be the furniture within this bookstore or the bookstore itself. Since the problem is not on the person, that means there's something else going on here that Colin doesn't even know about. This bookstore owner might even be the victim. But the situation at hand right now is quite tricky. When I came fully prepared to perform the exorcism, I got asked if I am a father of the Dome Church. No matter how you think of it, it sounds like a warning to you. Then, this person might have been bewitched already. Stay cautious, try to see if we can have normal conversations. Yes, I am working for the church in this area right now. With the moon's vision, I can only see that this person before me is a completely normal human. Then I will have to try to persuade him to leave this place, then perform an exorcism on that statue. Work? This father seems to be the type that will perform his duty well, and the way he said it. It's pretty obvious that there's another meaning behind it. It's like there's something that he wants to say, but he couldn't say it out directly. If he says that he's here for work, and he came to my bookstore with a purpose, That means he's here for his work. Then, what does a father normally work on? Obviously is to handle the followers within the area and spreading religious thoughts. Handling huge weddings, giving them their blessings. Helping the ones in need by praying, giving them guidance, and also exorcism. Under normal circumstances, a father won't just come here out of nowhere just to spread their religion. And the rest doesn't seem possible as well. I see. It's Colin, right? He thinks that I'm an evil spirit, so he hired someone to exorcise me like a spirit. Am I right, Father? It's Colin, right? He thinks that I'm an evil spirit. So he went and found a specialist to exorcise me like a spirit, am I right? No wonder he keeps on hesitating, so Colin actually thinks that I'm an evil spirit, and he even got a father here. JY. I'm not even sure how I should feel about this. He found out? No, there's no reason for Colin to give him the information, but how does he know? Is this a trap? Or is it? That expression. I knew it. It's like I have the same feeling as the father. It's obvious from the look on his face that he's embarrassed. It's best if I don't expose him like that. He purposely hired a father to deal with his problem, but it ended up with this awkward situation. This Colin is really something else. Eve? Judging from what the officer from before had said, Colin must have mumbled a bunch of nonsense into them. Go and get some tea. All right. It must have been tough for this father. That's why he wanted to come and discuss the situation with me. Actually, this is a huge misunderstanding, Father. I don't know what I did to make him think that way. But I'm obviously just a normal bookstore owner. I'm flesh and blood. I love to help others. And I even helped him. By the way, the officers that came here 2 days ago have heard of Colin's nonsense as well. I have explained to them as well. They can testify for me. Those 3 were actually dredged out. Is he hinting to that I will end up the same way as them? Judging from his reactions, it seems like my words aren't enough. I guess it would be better if I show him something slightly more convincing. Father, you see? These are the evidence that can prove my innocence. I didn't get the chance to tell the 3 officers at that time. This was a souvenir given by an old customer of mine, a stone statue. It can be used to scare off evil spirits. If I'm the so-called evil spirit, why would I put something like this on the counter just like that? Scan. Father, the texture of this stone statue is quite fascinating as well. That customer of mine, he spent quite the time and effort to make this for me. Come, you can give it a try. At that moment, Vincent can almost see clearly that, among those crimson red eyes of that stone statue, it contains souls from hundreds of deceased people crying for help, and claws that keep reaching out to him. For me, cherish someone else's gift this much, it is more than enough to prove that I'm a good person. Put down. And the rose that I nurtured personally, you can tell that it's quite beautiful. I can't help it, I feel bad for fooling a blind man like this. But to resolve this misunderstanding as soon as possible, this is the only thing that I can do, forgive me, Father. As you can see, this flower is live ly and beautiful. Which means I'm a person that cherishes life. You can go ahead and feel how great this flower is. The moment his fingers touched the petals, Vincent's unsteady mind has been ensnared by a completely new terror. The texture of the petals. They're like flesh and blood. I can feel all those wet, squirming, full of veins. Those unknown ball-shaped objects. They're like countless eyeballs ls. That's enough. I was wrong. Completely wrong. The one with the problem here isn't the bookstore or some supernatural items. The bookstore owner himself. He's the biggest problem of them all. Enough? Oh, I guess you're right. Then you can use all these statements and explain to Colin. Father, you dropped something. Oh Moon, what am I supposed to do right now? Am I supposed to take it? Right now? Right here? No, I don't dare to. This guy must be doing it on purpose. I guess he's laughing at me right now. What is it, Father? Why isn't he taking it? I'm already giving it to him. Damn it, I was busy resolving the misunderstanding and I forgot that this father is blind. It might be inappropriate for me to pass this thing to him like that. I have to find a way to fix this or I will be giving our customer here a bad image. I'll leave it here, you can take it yourself. Father, you don't look so well, are you alright? I'm fine, it might just be some lack of sleep. I rushed my way here recently, so I didn't get much sleep along the way. The only gadget that I can use right now has fallen in his hands as well. Him asking me to take it myself, he's definitely provoking me. And
8 people are hired every minute on LinkedIn. Get the app today.
And the sad thing is, as a father that's not used to combat, without the token support, I don't even dare to go and retrieve that token. This hopeless situation just makes me want to give you are. This bookstore owner, this high-level conqueror. What exactly does he want? This bookstore owner. What does he even want? Even among the records of the church's library, something of this caliber is extremely rare. This stone statue, it has the souls of at least 100 superhumans trapped within. They have all died from extreme pain and hatred, having fused into one by the spell of a dark wizard. With this amount of energy gathered into one, and trapped within this statue at the same time as its core power and will. Based on the moon's vision, the power of this stone statue might be on par to a terror tier elite warrior. Which also means that, as long as this stone statue goes alive, I will be dead for sure. Abnormal tier weakling. Materializing a soul, this is something only a high-level dark wizard can master. The dark wizard that forged this stone statue must have been extremely ruthless and cruel. He must be a cold-blooded murderer. But it doesn't matter who's the creator of this stone statue, at least the bookstore owner that has it right. He must be at least a destructive tier superhuman. And then there's that terrifying rose. I have no idea why. It's giving me a fear of facing an abyss. It's like a greedy mouth, craving to devour something. The moment it devours something, that thing will definitely not be coming back. The danger that this rose poses is definitely above that stone statue. Colin just killed. He's not begging me to get rid of some spirit. He's literally fooling me to come here and sacrifice myself to this demon god. That's literally what an evil lackey will do. Wait, calm down. I don't think he has the intelligence to pull off something like this. Sigh, this is a huge problem now. Colin really did it this time. I don't know how he managed to come up with such a ridiculous misunderstanding. He's such a troublemaker. But now I've clarified everything. Please tell him everything that I have showed you. I hope we can get rid of this nonsense as soon as possible. Father, you're a smart man. I bet you know what I meant. You can tell it yourself. There's no way that I'm some sort of evil spirit, right? Ha 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 ha. You might not be an evil spirit, but you're definitely something more terrifying than an evil spirit. Mamma mia. God help me. I want to head back to the church. Sure. G-U-H. This is suffocating. My whole body is shivering as well. Am I really that terrified right now? No, that's not it. This is the feeling that has made me impatient for the past months. This is the feeling that has made me impatient for the past months. It's that unknown terror that keeps rising within me. Is it because of my nervous mental recently? This is really uncomfortable. It is much more serious than what I have experienced so far. I can even feel that my muscles are starting to spasm. These random flashes before me, are they hallucinations? No, I can't stay like this. I have to calm down. What is wrong with my breaths? They are too frequent. Log. My breathing is getting heavier, and my lungs are starting to twitch. My heart is beating too fast, and it's still going even faster. The fear is giving me creeps like ants crawling all over my skin. I can't think clearly right now. No, I have to think of something to do right now. I have to do something. Have to think. This feels so bad. I have to. Want to smoke. I will. I will explain everything to Colin. You don't have to worry. I believe that he will definitely look at you in a different way after I have explained everything to him. Phew. I managed to catch a breath the moment I saw the cigarette. I can finally clear my mind now. I guess this bookstore owner wanted to hide his identity from his neighbor, as long as I agree to help. I guess I won't get executed that way. But for someone like him to exist, will the Secrecy Tower and the Council of Truth just let him be? Do I need to report this to the church? Father, smoking is prohibited within the bookstore. I'm sorry, I will. Titan reference. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. Panic. One-to-one didn't know. I was wrong. You just couldn't control yourself. Am I right? Father, do you feel uneasy recently? Sweating in your dreams, random fluctuations in emotions, shivering uncontrollably all the time. Feeling suffocated, body just randomly twitches. And just keeps craving to smoke? Just as I expected. I can already tell that this father's mental isn't that well from the moment he stepped into the bookstore. I thought he's just not feeling well because of lack of sleep with a pressury from his work. But as our conversation goes on, all his minor reactions just keeps weirder and weirder, and he even showed signs of withdrawal. And right now, the moment he brings out the cigarette, I can confirm that already. This father from the Dome Church is an addict. But he didn't realize it himself. He just looks losty. This means that someone caused him to become like this. If this is really the case, then this will be a huge problem. Father, where did those cigarettes come from? Do you mean that? There's something wrong with these cigarettes? Stand up. Impossible. You have to understand this. It was because of them that can. I can. Being able to make him take these cigarettes without knowing, and having him show signs of withdrawal without him even realizing. The source of those cigarettes must be someone that he trusts completely. And because of that, this case is getting even more serious. No matter where the source is, this is beyond cruel to allow the situation to develop into this state. Never trust others. You will never know what others are thinking. There's no one that you can completely put your trust in. Nothing is impossible in this world, Father. Why don't you answer a few of my questions? Why are you still asking me that? I will have to answer all of them, right? Sure. Father, where did your cigarettes come from? Even though the transactions of supernatural items are to be kept as a secret. But he's at least a destructive tier superhuman. I guess I don't have to keep it a secret from him. The Ash Market. I bought this from the Ash Market. It's called the Holy Moon's Brain. They only started selling this recently. Right now, it's only given to a selected few followers of the church as test product. 7th District, the Church of Dome. This is the Holy Moon's Brain.
Earn up to 3.75% per annum daily while you relax. Watch your money grow effortlessly with interest credited to your account daily.
Holy Moon's Brain. The Ash Market provided this to the church. Now it is only given to a selected few followers of the church. After the inspection, its effects have gotten my approval. Consuming it will be able to increase the meditation effect, enhancing the communication between the follower and the moon. 7th District's Dome Church. Dark Moon follower, Vanessa. Inhale it, followers. This is the fate of the followers of the moon. This is the supernatural item that the seventh apostle has inspected personally, and its origin is also quite reliable. And because of that, when I was wondering why my meditation is getting worse recently, I thought that it was just my own problem. But I never suspected that cigarettes are the root cause. To a follower, loyalty is a must. The apostle is in charge of the fathers, they're the followers that are ranked third among the staffs. They represent a small part of the moon's will, so they are like absolute existence to the lower level followers. But, now that the bookstore owner has mentioned it, could that really be the problem? No, this is impossible. The Ash Market's reputation has never deceived anyone. Moreover, the apostle has approved this item as well. All the other fathers that I know have also said that the Holy Moon's brain has a really good effect as well. It seems like I'm the only one that has been showing symptoms. The Ash Market, huh? I didn't expect to hear this familiar term coming from him. But I don't blame him. The power that the Ash Market possesses, they can just provide a fake identity within Noken easily. Although if you look at the bigger picture, the power that the Ash Market has isn't as terrifying as Lore's resources. But they're still tycoon-level organizations. Lore. If I were to explain it in a more simple yet modern way, Lore Resources is a huge corporation that is capable of manufacturing items for all kinds of fields, while the Ash Market will be Speo. On a nationwide large-scale trading platform like this, it's not that unusual to have items that will be specifically provided to the church. If it's the Ash Market, I can understand why this father just puts his trust onto the quality of this cigarette. Even without the impression that Irie has given me, the Ash Market is still a famous and really ugly shopping platform. Moreover, to this father, there's also the approval given by an apostle along with other people's examples. But, the symptoms that are happening to him are real. It seems like this thing is much more serious than I expected it to be. I will have to put more effort and investigate it. I've told you, nothing is impossible. I will ask the Ash Market about this. But now, the problem lies on you. Father, who are you willing to trust? Who am I willing to trust? It's obvious, there's only one meaning behind this question. Do I trust the Church of Dome? Or, do I trust the bookstore owner? Oh Moon, what should I do right now? Please give me peace. At least give me something. I had never let go of this emblem. I would even wear this emblem on me when I was sleeping. I was the one. GUH, I have the feeling of something important that has betrayed me deep within my heart. Heart, this is so irritating, I want to. Door. I have to admit, there's something wrong with. The moment I see the cigarettes, I can feel the same unpleasant feeling all over me again. I don't have any disruptions in my thoughts, and my senses are much clearer. It's like ants are crawling all over my skin and it's making me numb, and even my internals are starting to itch. What an obvious, yet terrifying feeling. But, there's no way I can suspect the church. The education that I had so far doesn't allow me to have any suspicions on the church. What should I do? What exactly should I do? I don't know. I really don't know. Please, give me guidance. Sigh. This painful look that made him fall into self-suspicion. It's like seeing Wang from 2 years ago. Wang was also in a painful state at that time. He was feeling lost when his own beliefs collapsed, and he almost ended his own life. Fortunately, he walked into this bookstore and met a good person with a kind and helpful heart like me. And now his life has gone back on track. He's also much more energetic nowadays. I believe that in the near future, he will be able to get along with his old friend Joseph again, so that they will be able to continue their friendship. But, compared to Wang, this father might have it in an even more painful way. At least he's still behaving fine when I first met him, then only he started to show how hurt and lost he was. But this father is already at the brink of collapsing. But I can't blame him as well, to have a father question his own church. Even if it's just the people within the church, it is still a cruel thing for him to do. But, this pain is unavoidable if he wants to think independently. If something is really wrong in the inner part of the Dome Church, then, to make this good father that is willing to rush to the people's side, willing to help others, chose to take the offer from Colin and come here to exercise to continue to suffer. That would really be cruel to him. Relax, let's just put everything else aside for now, then we'll investigate it later on. Your physical condition is the most important matter right now. I think you normally didn't smoke this much. Based on your statement, your colleagues didn't show any abnormal behaviors. I think it's just the opposite. I'm guessing that they smoke in a more frequent manner, so that they are able to behave normally under the influence of the Holy Moon's brain. How are you feeling right now? I saw the moon inside my hallucinations. This shouldn't even be possible. That is indeed impossible. A blind man seeing things, he's either dreaming or hallucinating. But since it has come to this, this has really become quite the serious case. Stop using the Holy Moon's brain. This might cause you to have some abnormal behaviors. But you can try to find something else to do to distract yourself, so that you can put your focus on something else. For example, you can try reading some books. I can tell that this book will be very suitable for you. You might be able to see something different from within. This is what Vincent is seeing through the moon's vision. The moment that the book leaves the bookshelf, a blazing flame that is like a scorching light just bursted out from it. That light is shining as bright as the sun. It almost brightened up the entire bookstore. It's as if the bookstore owner is holding a small fire in hand. Or should I say, a small sun. That scorching light makes you feel the energy within it. And then what's emitting from within? The intense divinity. This feeling, this power. I know it too well. There's no way that the moon's vision will go wrong. The power from this book is of the same source as the supernatural power in my body. As the father of Dome Church, I have felt this familiar power countless times. Every day when I'm praying to the moon through meditation. My soul will resonate with the emblem. My mind will sink into the moon's Itai realm, begging for the moon's blessing, using the holy skills to cure the patients. Whenever I feel the presence of evil, and fight the evil's head on after receiving the moon's protection, this unique power will always appear along with it. All the followers from the Dome Church will have this kind of supernatural power within them. The holy power of the moon which comes from above the dome, given to the loyal ones. But it is obvious that the divinity emitting from this book is much more intense. And there's also a stronger and much more intense invasiveness and vitality. It's like they condensed a huge amount of the moon's holy power and lit it up. What I'm afraid of is that I can somehow feel. The feeling of them being from the same source is not that the both of them are coming from the same origin, but one of them originates from the other. Then, which originates from which? GUH. I can't keep thinking about it any longer. I have to force myself to ignore this acknowledgement. Ha! My emblem. It's glowing? It's calling for the power and divinity from that book? Who exactly is your owner? It was the light of some other divinity shining on it, but it's glowing much brighter than when I was meditating or using the holy skills. GUH, it's like it's mocking me for not being able to satisfy it. I can't stand this. Ah, something is entering my body. That's right, the emblem is fused with part of my soul.
For open beta on all platforms.
Soul, so that it can be a medium to transfer power. Did the power from the book start to flow into me through the emblem? GUH, this power is too strong and full of vitality. I can't block it out. The feeling of having a power forced into your body but you can't fight back. It feels good. It's like my entire body being soaked in hot water after a whole day of work. My body is so warm that all my unpleasantness and nervousness are all gone. When was the last time I feel this relaxed? It's like I'm back at home. There's not a slight unpleasantness between the moon's holy power and this warm power. It's almost as if a river is flowing back into the sea happily. This is impressive. Could it be that this is the actual true God? What's more important is you, Father. Who are you willing to trust? I see, so this is what the bookstore owner meant. What I understand so far are too shallow. The bookstore owner wasn't asking about the holy moon's brain. He wasn't asking who I trust among him and the church. He's asking me when I ran into a different situation. When I'm facing the fear of having my knowledge being overwritten, what will I believe in? Oh moon, is this the punishment for my blasphemy thoughts? Please forgive me, I must have been bewitched, or else there's no way I will think of something this absurd. Something like, the power from that book is the actual source of the moon's holy power? In the dark nights throughout my entire life, the books that I have read, and those that others have read to me, has already turned into a glorious light tower, showing me the railway of human's deepest heart. Far Ion. Those that are blind must be sure to make your heart see things clearly. And reading books is the best way to keep your heart and soul peaceful and silent. Books are the stairs that allow humanity to evolve. And it's also the path to education, which will calm one's mind. This book was written by Helen Keller, the autobiography of this very great woman, the book that has recorded all the stories of this woman's life. How a person that was born blind and deaf able to find the hope in her life, and being able to look at everything in a positive manner throughout her life. And she even lived a much more interesting and meaningful life than most people. Without a doubt, this is the best book to give to a blind person. Actually, the only one you need to trust is yourself. Just read this book, then you can make your own decision. You will have to find your true self, so that you can walk out of the darkness and loneliness. And look at the trust with the eyes in your heart, and embrace the light. The Sun's Holy Bible, this is the name of this book. The words in this book are like some kind of cuneiform card from ancient times. They are formed with dots and some other symbols. Impressive, I have never seen these wordings, so there's no way I can understand what they meant. But when I reach out my hands and touch the words, I can understand the meaning of these words deep in my heart. The light of the moon comes from the sun. Hence, the moon's holy power must be from the Sun's Holy Bible as well. But no one has ever believed in the sun. After the first era of light, the sun has vanished along with light and fire in the dream realm. Ever since then, ours has entered the second era without light and fire. Until the end of the second era. The wall of mist has been built, and no one has mentioned the name of the sun ever since then. If the sun is the true God, then what is the moon that we have now? The moon, it's the only one that managed to survive until today ever since the birth of this world. The only God that is still living inside the dream realm. Dome Church, St. Lauren Monastery. Beginner history class supernatural topics. As for the sun, it has long vanished since the beginning of the second era, which caused the dawn of the second era, and also the extinction of the giants. This is the truth from the legendary era that the superhumans have hidden. The Dome Church was founded by the first generation's pope during the third era. Ever since it was founded, it has been worshipping the moon all this time. As the future apostle of the Dome Church, you must maintain your respect and belief towards the moon. The sun might have been put out, but the light of the moon will live on, shining onto the people and giving power to the followers. Before today, I always thought that. The sun and the moon were two gods. Even though they have some kind of connection between them, it was never this close. Until now. All the knowledge and common sense that I have learned until now. They were all shattered into pieces by what was leaking through this book. And it is slowly taking over the divinity within me. Should I open this book? Will it be able to answer my questions that were growing within me? Where exactly did it go wrong? What should I even do right now? The words that came out of the bookstore owner seems to have another meaning behind it. The long night that he mentioned. Could he be referring to the lightless second era? It seems like. I have underestimated how serious this is. Could it be that? The true identity of the bookstore owner. He's actually a god-tier long-living existence that has survived at least since the second era? Ah. If that's really the case, then the bookstore owner must have experienced that legendary era himself. He might have been one of the characters from the legends. Then, the time that he has survived is longer than the Dome Church. Which means, all those ancient incidents that remain uncertain. From the end of the sun, until the extinction of the giants. And until the rise of humans. All these revolutionary moments, he had been through all of them. Hence, all the truths about the sun and the moon, he must be very familiar with them. And this the sun's holy Bible is the proof for that. Everything starts to make sense now. An existence like this, the blind man that he mentioned. Could it be that he's mocking the people from the church for being blind all this time? Not being able to see the true God, and blind LY going after an empty vessel. Such terrifying thoughts. Just a few simple words and they have all kinds of meaning hidden behind them. I have to spend all this time trying to understand everything. That shows how naive I am. Don't rush it, don't feel lost, Father. You will be able to find the answer and light for your heart from this book. At the same time, all your questions will be answered, as long as you're willing to go and look for them. As long as you have the motivation and dedication, I'm willing to give you the help that you deserve. This incident, the victim is the father right before me. It's up to them to see if they want to keep looking into all this. The Dome Church is a large force, and it's also this father's own beliefs. If he were to give up due to his own benefits or safety, or maybe it's just because he's devoted to the church, I wouldn't feel surprised at all. But, from what I've seen up until now, this father is not a person like that. Moreover, his face tells that he's struggling, and he's lost as well. But he's grabbing the book firmly. He's not planning to let it go. Which means that he has already made his choice deep within his heart. He just needed someone to help him acknowledge that. And in a situation like this, the only one that can give him the guidance he needs is the bookstore owner. And the guidance he needs is the bookstore owner. The bookstore owner is the guide that I needed. Now that I think about it, the request from the audio store owner next door, the bookstore owner must have wanted a result like this. This way, he will be able to lure me here with a natural yet secretive way, and then try to shake my own understanding. Then he will be able to give me this book, which is the key to everything. He's literally controlling our fates easily. He gave this book to me, and he wanted me to search for the light. Could it be that? Richin? Could it be that he's trying to use this opportunity to try and correct this twisted history? Oh. These big shots sure are terrifying. Sean Liveris. If I were to reject him in a situation like this, I feel like I will either become the soul within the stone statue, or become the fertilizer for that rose. Now only I know that when he asked me to touch them, it was actually a warning. I guess, there's only one thing that I can do right now. Also, I really want to know what kind of truth is hiding behind all this. Why would the church allow the production of addicting products that will cause hallucinations? And also, my religion, is it actually the dust of the sun? Or the fake god that stole the power? If accepting the sun's holy Bible means that I will be able to accept part of the truth, I understand. I'm honored to be able to receive your help. I want to know the truth. That's the only wish that I want right now. Just as I had expected. Having such a result means that you already have a direction deep in your heart. That's good. But you have more things that you have to work on. If you want to know the truth, you will have to rely on yourself. Since I don't know much about the Dome Church myself, it's better if I let Father work on the plan. But now that it has gotten the ash market involved, it might look like it has become even more complicated, but it actually opened up a new solution for me. Instead of just having me and Father to investigate this is much more convenient to me. Based on my relationship with Irene, she's not this kind of person. In other words, someone else is trying to ruin the ash market's reputation. I believe that Irene will be extremely interested in this. I will go and ask that little kid Irene about this. To see what's wrong with this holy moon's brain. Irene? Irene Chapman. It's that new woman that recent LY rose to the top like a legend. That witch of Chapman. The ash market was managed by the Druid priests. Since there's only a few of them, and the requirement to join is quite high, hence they hardly have any large-scale religious activities. But, since we're associated with them, the Dome Church has always paid attention into them. Especially, the rise of Irene is just too mysterious. Her identity as a dark elf mixed blood bastard is also quite controversial. Which makes someone like me, who doesn't even come into contact with the big shots from other factions, know about this new chairwoman of the market as well. The bookstore owner addressed her as that little kid, and also sounded quite friendly. Which means that he has quite the relationship with Irene, and he's also able to ask her to help him on the investigation. Even if it's about the ash market's internal structure. Also, it's rumored that Irene is only around 12 years old on the outside. But she's actually more than 100 years old. The eternal species nowadays are not like the ones that used to live in the forest without any worries, causing their minds to be slower than normal. She really has 100 years experience in her. Or else, even if Irene really has the power to control one's mind as rumored, There's no way she's able to get up to this position in a large organization like the Ash Market. Seems like my guess before this is correct. The bookstore owner, he's definitely an eternal species. That's right, this is a good opportunity. If I were to praise this witch of Chapman who has a good relationship with the bookstore owner, I might be able to leave a good impression. Ness Chapman is really impressive. The accomplishments that she achieved in the Ash Market, they're really impressive. And impressive. Yeah, they're impressive. Sorry. Okay. This is it. I really couldn't think of any words to praise people. I should have practiced this earlier. I was never good with words. I always asked the other apostles or sisters to do them for me. Now I can only pray that the bookstore owner is able to understand the true meaning behind my foolish words with his intelligence. No way. She's still a naive kid. She used to cry all the time when she came here to buy books. But she really is a cute, talented, interesting kid. It seems like she has grown up a lot. Phew, this is good. The smile on the bookstore owner's face is like someone has just praised this kid for getting good results. Seems like I managed to get him to be this excited. I guess I'm quite good at praising others. I guess that branch manager is also a customer of the bookstore, and also has a good relationship with the owner. But, is crying a good word to describe that witch of Chapman? It feels like I have just heard something that I shouldn't. I re right now. Wah Bella. I knocked my head when I was still sleepy. It hurts. Don't cry, don't cry. Please hold on. I will go and get the medicine. If you stop rolling around the bed with your bolster, then you won't knock your head next time. Anyway, I will have Irene go and investigate the Ash Market. As for you, you should keep an eye on those that has used the same cigarettes as you once you got back. Go and check on how much they use them normally, their symptoms and reactions. Also, you can try to get in touch with that seventh apostle that you mentioned, tell her about your symptoms, and try not to hide anything. Wouldn't that just alert her? It doesn't matter, you just have to avoid exposing to her that you have stopped using it. If they had provided the Holy Moon's brain to a number of followers, there's no way you're the only one with the symptoms. Don't worry, there's no way you can avoid the risk when it comes to things like this. Moreover, their goal is not to kill you, they just want you to get addicted. If you show them that you're honest, they won't get suspected, they will just try and calm you down and brainwash you. But if you show them any signs of hesitations, or that you're trying to hide something, they will think that you have suspected something, and they will not believe anything that you said, understand? I understand. Alright then, it's quite late now, Father. Don't let my good old neighbor Colin wait, he's still waiting for your exorcism results. If you were to spend the night at my place, he might call the cops. I guess you know how to answer him, right? Remember. Hold on to your will, then you will have light. Please come again next time. Phew. That's too terrifying. I swear, this is definitely the most intense exorcism that I ever had. Right now, I should think about how to calm that poor Mr. Colin that thinks that his neighbor is insane. A father from the Dome Church? Who goes there? This creepy smell of bloodlust. A hunter. A hunter. That might be a terror tier of above. Phew. Another day of good deeds. Helping others sure is addicting. Now that I'm satisfied, I'm feeling a little thirsty. Little moon. Stop hiding. Come on out. I can see you. Boss, you're not mad anymore? Mad? Why would I be mad at my cute little Emo? Unless you did something bad. I'm a good kid. I know, by the way, where's the tea that I asked you to prepare earlier? As expected. After such a long chat.
Take your membership to the next level. Up to 5% cashback with a Landers Cashback Everywhere credit.
After such a long chat, the tea has gone cold. Such a shame, but a cold tea is not good for my health, and the taste will be worse as well. Moon, go in their pot of hot tea, use the tea leaves that I treasured. Huh? Boss, didn't you say that those are very precious? We shouldn't drink that unless there's something important? Moon, there's an old saying, now is the most important time. Maybe, we will have a very important customer coming to visit us later? I see, I understand. I will go and prepare the tea right away. It would be nice if there's really customers coming. I guess it's fine if I want some nice tea to enjoy once in a while. Moreover, I should think of it as rewarding myself for guiding the father to the correct path. Tonight I think that father will be able to have a good night's sleep. This unique stench of bloodlust, there's no mistaking it. It's the smell of filthy blood that only a hunter has. And the presence of this hunter, it's much more terrifying than what I have seen for my entire life. Under the detection of the moon's vision, she's like a furnace that uses blood as fuel. The strong and aggressive boiling blood that's howling in the vessel. She's posing all kinds of threats, giving me shivers throughout my body. She's literally a human-shaped beast. Not good, I can feel the side effects of the Holy Moon's brain is happening again, and it's even worse than before. I'm just like the prey that's being eyed on by a predator in a dark forest. The survival instincts that were engraved within my DNA are sending out all kinds of alarms. Danger! 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 This hunter. She's much more terrifying than the countless lost souls in that stone statue demon from the bookstore. Or should I say, that stone statue demon can't even compete against this. Demon? G-U-H, my head is all dizzy, and I feel like throwing up. I can't catch my breath. I should use a calming spell to suppress my Unia's nest, then. Where's my emblem? At the meantime, I'm done for. There's no other way for me to fight back. As a father that's weak in combat, and there's no medium for me to enhance my abilities. And the opponent is of a higher level than me, and also a hunter that's known to be crazy. The battle is already over before it even starts. That's right, back at the bookstore, the Holy Emblem has submitted itself to this book. And it also has been proven that the power of this book is of the same source as the moon's power. This might work. There's nowhere to run anyway, this will be my last holy power of the moon. Oh moon, please grant me. No need to be so tense, father. I'm not hostile, I'm just quite curious about the new customer. As a fellow customer of the bookstore, we should get along. Or else, Mr. Lin will be quite curious about it. Customer of the bookstore? That's a nice book. I guess Mr. Lin has high hopes for you. It actually worked. This way, I will be able to feel the connection between those two thoroughly with my own body. Luckily, nothing happened this time. I haven't given it much thought before this, but I guess this bookstore has quite a lot of customers that's just like me. It's a hunter this time, there might even be witches, knights, or maybe people from all kinds of places. That way, it will be pretty easy for the bookstore owner to take control on certain things. That hunter just now, she's obviously paying the bookstore owner a visit. If I were to head back and say that I left my holy emblem, it would be too embarrassing. Forget it, I will just get it back the next time I visit him. I don't have any other missions other than this request anyway, luckily I've already planned to take a break for a short while. That's right, I still have to drop a message to that client. I didn't expect that something this interesting would happen along the way to visit the bookstore owner. A father from the Dome Church, who? Maybe the bookstore owner intends to nurture him, just like what he did to me last time. As for now, the most important matter is to let Spider stand its ground among the hunters as soon as possible. A father that's only an abnormal tier will not be of much help. It's more than enough to give each other a good impression during our first encounter. Things will get worse if I were to go up to him on purpose. But, during this small encounter, I had the same feeling as when I walked past Wang Erna at that time. How should I put this? This is quite a special taste. I guess I had the same reaction as this father at that time. Seeing a superhuman that's way beyond my own level, it's like a rat losing its strength when facing a cat. When you're on the other end, this experience is quite satisfying. With the help of the bookstore owner, I've grown a lot ever since then. As a person that has walked the same path, I can't help being a senior when looking at a new customer. How fascinating. We are all people that has no connection with one another. But because we're all customers of the bookstore, which gives us a small connection with one another. This kind of connection, maybe. We can be fellow readers? We might even have a much deeper connection in the future. Ever since the Mirror's Egg incident. This is the first time I come back to this place. How shameful, I can only come to ask for the bookstore owner's help when I have run out of ideas. I hope that the bookstore owner will not feel troubled by my sudden visit. Boss, the tea is ready. Oh, thank you. Good tea leaves sure are different. Inhaling this kind of fresh smell sure is a good treat to the nose. I can't hold it. Let me give it a sip real quick. Mr. Lin, long time no see. Long time no see, Lady G, have you finished the 2 books from before? This time, you didn't let me wait too long. Long time no see, Lady G. Have you finished the 2 books that you borrowed earlier? This time, you didn't let me wait too long. Just as I thought, Mr. Lin was expecting my visit. Didn't let me wait to zero long. I guess it's just one of Mr. Lin's jokes. Pardon my intrusion, Mr. Lin. I guess I came at the perfect time. The timing could have been better if you let me have a sip of my tea. Lady. Sounds like she's someone awesome. I see, this lady hunter must be the important customer that he has been waiting for a long time. As expected from the boss, everything is going as he had predicted. The 1-month period is up, so I'm here to... The timing could have been better if you let me have a sip of my tea. Lady. Sounds like she's someone awesome. I see, this lady hunter must be the important customer that he has been waiting for a long time. As expected from the boss, everything is going as he had predicted. The 1-month period is up, so I'm here to return these 2 books. But it's a little difficult for me to understand all the contents in my current state. There's still a long way to go for me to understand everything. Also, I want to share this experience of mine to the people around me as well. So, I know this is a little embarrassing, but can I borrow these 2 books for a little longer? Of course. You've already done a great work reaching this level. If you're able to understand and master everything that's in these 2 books, it will definitely be a huge help to you, and it will definitely help you in many ways for the rest of your life. There's a lot of people that have been reading books for their entire life, but they actually didn't understand a single thing. I understand. What the bookstore owner said was right. Just from briefly understanding these 2 books, my strength has improved in a way that I won't even be able to imagine in the past. The destructive tier that seemed to be unreachable. Right now, it's just a small mountaintop that I can reach if I keep on climbing. This is just the beginning. If I were to fully master all of them,
Free 315 pesos reward. Count me in. Make your first ever deposit of at least 100 pesos or 10,000 pesos on the Marybank app and hold it for 7 days to unlock your bonus.
if I were to fully master all of them, it's hard for me to imagine what kind of level I will reach. Just thinking about it makes my entire body start heating up. Damn, I almost forgot about Lady G's unique physique and talent. I can't really compare her with anyone else. A mortal like can't even compete against her. Gulping an entire boiling water like that, maybe it's possible to even cook noodles in her mouth? Here you go, important customer. The boss said that this tea is prepared specially for you. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right, I forgot to introduce. This child is Moon, my new assistant. Assistant? She seems like a very young girl, and she's quite cute as well. Judging from the way Mr. Lin talks, he must have adored her quite a lot. Also, the aura she's giving off is quite unique. She doesn't seem like a living person. She feels more like a product made from cold metal and plastic. I'm good, thank you. How about you? This child still doesn't know how to socialize with others. She only knows how to talk to others with the way they are portrayed in the books. I will still have to spend some time teaching her how to socialize with other people. Don't mind her, don't mind her. Let's get back to the main point. I guess you didn't come to find me just to extend the period for borrowing these 2 books, right? Give her a little hint, then I will take the opportunity to recommend a few more books to her. Isn't that the best? You're here anyway, I can't let you go empty-handed, am I right? As expected from Mr. Lin, he already knew why I was here in the first place. Mr. Lin, I had already completed my revenge, and it's all thanks to your guidance. But there's still some small matters that I will have to sort out. And I need your help. Please open this box. This doesn't seem right. This isn't exactly how I wanted to go. By the way, does that mean that Our Lady here has finally taken her revenge on that cheating bastard? And this box is the thing that she needs to sort out after that? Isham, this box is quite detailed, and it does seem like it was made in another country, which makes it seem like it's quite expensive as well. Being able to cheat on someone like Our Lady here, I guess he's not someone to be messed with. Could it be that there's some kind of love letter in there? Or maybe some kind of photos of some kind? Which means this box is something else. This is what he left behind. Making a safe look like a treasure chest. This guy sure is some bastard. This is bad. The bookstore owner seems like he doesn't like it. Could it be that the seal on this box is too easy? Then, doesn't that make me look like I'm understanding the bookstore owner by asking him to do something like this? But, the original recipe of filthy blood is the foundation of the Hunters Association. Perlice even brought the recipe with him when he's instanced, which explains how much he trusts the seal on this box. For someone that cares about the recipe, and for a seal that was handpicked by someone like him, the seal will not be that easy. But this might be a different case for the bookstore owner. That's right, this is what is left of him. It might be nothing to you. But to me, the solution to deal with it is a very important step. So please do help me. I will do everything I can to repay you. What's left of him? Never mind, the grudges between the riches, corpses, and blood will always be involved. Someone like him that dares to cheat on a renowned lady, I guess he has expected what kind of ending awaits him. Being able to struggle for a few rounds, to be honest, I'm quite impressed. I hope that he really regretted his behavior before he left. I don't need everything. This box is quite interesting. Also, I don't need your so-called repayment. The reason why I helped you at that time is just because you needed guidance. Hey, forgive my rudeness. There's nothing for you to apologize to, just remember to come and read books more often. How stupid am I? Didn't Mr. Lin basically give me everything that I have now? Talking about repaying, wouldn't that make me a little too arrogant? I should be giving everything that I have to Mr. Lin. Judging from that look, I guess it's time for me to give her some guidance again. Let me understand what's the issue here. Here, Moon, I'll let you take care of this box for now. Okay. By the way, I'm really curious. Why did this lady come all the way here just to find me to? Open the lock? I guess the main reason here is because she really trusts me. Which also means that there's not many people that the lady can trust. That's right, when she was here before. Bye. The subordinate that she brought along said that he can be trusted completely, but then he straight up just left. I suspect that guy just went back and reported on the lady's rebellious behavior. Even the subordinate dares to leave and report on her, which means that Our Lady here is not as free as we expected her to be. She's still living under her father's shadow. Under these circumstances, there really aren't many people for her to trust. I guess she's still on bad terms with her family, or else there's no way she will end up meeting a cheating bastard. Especially Boss G from Jibo Farm. I wonder if he had found a chance to talk to his daughter. That's right, I have a question. Lady G, after heading back last time, did your father ever talk to you? As expected from Mr. Lin, he even knew about this. He did come and talk to me once some time ago. But I guess he still thinks of me as a little kid, but I'm actually a full-grown woman already. She seems to be quite proud of it. I guess they really did have quite the conversation. Then I guess you've already persuaded him. Congratulations. That's right, I've successfully persuaded him to side with me. He said that he will find some time to come and talk to you more about the bookstore's management and profits. Please forgive me for deciding it on my own. I made some suggestions to him, or else he will not let me continue to act on my own. Hold on, lady. What exactly did you talk to your father about? How can a big boss like him be fooled by his own daughter? How can I not be nervous? A small bookstore's owner like me, how did I end up wanting to collaborate with Noken's millionaire? This is too ridiculous in every way possible. This. I'm investing in this bookstore. Even though it is not a bad thing, it's definitely a complicated thing. There's not much partnership to talk about as well. It will just end up being fooling. Oh no, persuading me to invest or something. But since this is the lady's wish, I guess I will just not do anything and see how it goes. Alright, I understand. But you will need to cultivate some people that you can really trust. You can't keep coming here to find me for small matters like this. I feel like the bookstore owner is looking at me like looking at a small kid. Doing things without thinking. Could it be that this box is really that easy to open? But there's really no other method for me at this point. It's true that I can ask the wizard at home to open this box. But ever since the incident with Rain, I already knew that the White Wizard's loyalty mark cannot be trusted. I chose to come to the bookstore to ask for help because there's no one else for me to go to. Maybe it's really like how the bookstore owner said. I really need to start to cultivate some people that I can really trust. I accidentally opened it. Richard. I accidentally opened it. Is it really that easy to open it? Saya. What? Is this? That one just now. that thing and asked her to look after it. How did she just open the box in just a few minutes? Now that I think about it, ever since I've saved this child, she's always curious on all the things around her every single day, always wanted to touch everything that she saw. What is this? Let me touch it. What leaves this? Let me touch it. What is? Put that down, you can't play with that. Now that I gave her a box that looks like a Lego, isn't that basically throwing a bone to a dog? There's no way I'm getting that back. Paired with that terrifying learning potential of hers.
Join millions, including freelancers like you, ways to get paid from abroad. Download the web app today. Here's 5 reasons why you should log into your old Clash account. Number 1, while you've been away, your base auto-upgraded itself for however long you were inactive for, meaning your base could be ready to move on up to the next town hall. Number 2, troop training times have been completely removed, so you can clap
Potential of hers. It's not that surprising that she's able to figure out the box's mechanisms, since it's already open, and it's also Lady G's request to open it. It's just that, this child just played with other people's stuff without any permission, with other. And it's something left behind by that bastard. It might be some kind of dark history that is used to threaten the lady, which might make her feel uncomfortable. I can't let this kid have that kind of habit. I must have her apologize to the lady. I just want to give it a try. You just want to give it a try. So you gave it a try and just opened it? Even if the runes on the box that seals it are quite simple, there's still a large number of runes on ITI. You still need a white wizard that excels in this area to open it easily. Could it be that this young lady is actually a white wizard who's a master in runic? That's right, being able to be the bookstore owner's assistant. There's no way she's that simple, right? I see, that explains everything. Or should I say, this is quite reasonable as expected from Mr. Lin's assistant. Ahem, I apologize. Children are still young, so she just plays with it. I apologize on her behalf. Her young mind is still learning. It's true that she might have quite the talent in some areas, but she still lacks some of the common sense. It's my fault for not educating her properly. I will teach her the proper manners of socializing after this. Yes. By playing around, you mean she just simply unlocked the runic box that contains the original recipe, the box that Verlies has been hiding cautiously. This is even more terrifying than trying. Hold on, Mr. Lin seems to have mentioned. He's been educating this white wizard girl personally? Adding up the young mind, lack of common sense, and along with the instant feeling that I felt earlier. Could it be that the true identity of this young girl is? No way, just the thought alone is too scary. I can't keep it going. It's fine, Mr. Lin is a man that I respect and trust completely. Same goes to your assistant. There's nothing for me to hide. No wonder this lady will be cheated on. There's not a single sense of cautiousness in her. Now that I think about it, I've only met this Lady G 3 times. Even if I'm kind and trustworthy, it doesn't mean that the people around me are the same as well. I remember that I've told you the same thing. People are just like hell. Actually, I've always said this to a lot of people, but there's not much that has ever remembered it. And they ended up paying quite the price for this very reason. I hope that you won't repeat the same mistake. Always remind yourself of the feeling you had the moment you feel betrayed. I will punish Moon on my side. And you should be more cautious as well. This thing is still your privacy anyway. But it's not like you will lie to me. Nothing can be kept secret in front of you anyway, so there's no need for me to be cautious. It's not like I will act like this in front of everyone. I will, thanks for the advice. But the strong does have their own self-discipline. Mr. Lin has never laid his eyes on the things inside the box. But maybe. No, maybe he just doesn't care. It's just an original recipe. For someone like Mr. Lin, he must be used to situations like this already. Such beauty, such evil, such temptation. So this is the original recipe of the filthy blood that contains the power of dream beasts. Thursday. That feeling just now. It's the trembles that come from the bloodline itself. It's because my filthy blood also comes from the Wolf of Skygarden. That's why I have trembles like this. Which means that this original recipe in front of me is legitimate. Huh, I can finally relax now. Having the original recipe means that the original white wolves have been annihilated completely. Which means that me and my newborn Hunters Association have our own foundation now. From now on, we are the originals. This is a letter? There's 2 of them, and they're all letters for her lease. Hold on, reading the letter's contents right now is not a smart move. Since this box is made by a white wizard, that means these 2 letters will be the same as well. If the letter has runes on it as well, then I will be running into a trap. The runes of a white wizard are basically like the books in the bookstore. They have the power to affect one's mind or even the soul at first glance. If her lease was to put them in this box with the original recipe, which means that these 2 letters are really important. And they might be as important as the recipe itself. But if I were to think of it in a Hunters Association's creator's point of view, no matter how you think about it, there's nothing else that can be as important as the original recipe. Moreover, if they wanted to keep it a secret, they could have just destroyed these 2 letters. There's no need for them to hide them in this box. Unless the letter is the source of the original recipe. If that's really the case, Mr. Lin is no longer interested on my end. He's just reading his own books. If Mr. Lin is not doing anything, which means that this is safe, that must be it. Mr. Lin must be hinting at me that I should open up these 2 letters. Maybe he's just testing me if I'm qualified to be in charge of an entire organization and to face the risks that come along with it. Then I shouldn't disappoint him. The time when these 2 letters were sent out are 30 years apart. They're sent from the same place, by the same person. 30 years ago, the Herlease that just became a hunter. And 30 years later, the Herlease that has become the leader of the White Wolves. A few years ago, Noken Island. Marcus, I asked you to gather all the information about the Hunters Association in Noken. How's the progress? It's all done, my lady. Large shark. As you have known, hunters aren't really known to be a group. That's why most of the small groups are not worth mentioning. Black beast. White wolves. And those lone hunters like the White Knight Guardian, Iron Arm, that are significantly strong, but they're still just small fries. From the information that I've gathered, I think that there's only 3 that has the potential to form a formidable hunters association. Black beast, white wolves, and large shark. Then, tell me the strengths of these organizations. I can only prepare the corresponding filthy blood once I've confirmed my goal. Yes, my lady. First off is Large Shark. This organization only takes in elites. Those that are below the leader, Olga, are all crazy individuals. And the polluted level of their filthy blood are comparably deep, which makes the death rate of the newcomers fairly high as well. As for Black Beast, they're not just any ordinary hunters association. The information shows that they might be related to the black market tradings. As for their leader, the bloodthirsty coachman, Gru Saxon, they will turn the female hunters under him into slaves, so I don't recommend my lady to go and join them. Based on all the information above, Hurlis's White Wolves should be the best option. Hurlis was considered to be quite famous among hunters. For the past 30 years, White Wolves has been developed by NG into a strong organization under his leadership, and now it has become the strongest hunters association in all of No. He's also a smart and talented person himself, and he also excels in planning, and he has a mature and capable personality as well. The most important thing is, he started off with nothing. He started off as a nameless little hunter without any background. Then he somehow found an original recipe. And has been working his way up until now. But there's one piece of information I couldn't really find out even when I used the Council of Truth's Intelligence Network. And that's the origin of this original recipe. Many people said that it's a lucky encounter, since it has been quite some time already. But if we don't investigate it thoroughly, it might be a problem in the future. It's fine to be a superhuman, especially a hunter. There will be times that I will have to take risks like this. One day, I will become the new leader of this organization. At that time, I'll just ask the person himself about the original recipe then. Before that, are you willing to help me, Marcus? My pleasure, my lady. I had never imagined that today. I will be learning the origin of the original recipe this way. So everything started 30 years ago. Accepted, then our deal will be concluded. From now on, an extremely strong hunters association will be rising up. And you will no longer be the weakling that only knows how to curl up, hide in a corner and do nothing right now. But a chef's knife that can cut others up. We assure you that there's nothing wrong with the recipe, and no one will be able to find out the problem as well. All you have to do is to inject the filthy blood and obtain your own power. Hurlis. This name, whether it will vanish among the ashes of history and being trampled on by others, or to shine its own light and become a star. Only yourself will be able to make that decision. From all of that, it's obvious that Hurlis has agreed to the deal, and became the leader of the White Wolves. But nothing ever comes for free in this world. In this trade, there must be some kind of trade-off. And because of that, this mysterious organization is willing to give Hurlis the recipe. Also, being able to give the original recipe to an unknown little hunters organization, they must have some kind of terrifying power. But I have never seen the symbol of the watermark on this letter before. 7 days later, the Mirror's Egg will be born from the Dream Realm in the 27th District. To get it, you will have the opportunity to ascend to the destructive tier. So the information about the Mirror's Egg came from this place. I see. Hurlis didn't want to come and get rid of the Mirror's Egg at that time. He came here to get the egg, so that he can use it to ascend to destructive tier. But I guess he himself also didn't expect that. The moment he touched the Mirror's Egg, the ending of his story has been completely rewritten. This mysterious organization must have had Hurlis do something else for the past 30 years. Cultivating him and helping him to rise to the top, then lead him to his end as well. I can't even imagine what was going through his mind at that time. Between clear-minded and insanity. Yeah, aha. He realized that he's just a puppet, a poor little bug controlled by fate. But he can only embrace the god of rain. Even though I didn't peek the things in the box out of respect. But the lady's reaction just tells me everything. Unviably. Sim. Well, I can basically think of a story based on those reactions alone. TSN the face translated into sin. Couples for a day, forever indebted. Why would she be scared? Obviously, it's because the written up the letter was far more terrifying than meeting a cheating bastard. It's so terrifying to the point where if she didn't get her revenge at that time, something terrible will definitely happen to her. If that's really how it is, that explains everything. This is no ordinary betrayal, but an organized, well-planned fraud, or maybe even a murder. Behind that bastard is a bastard group that planned everything, and the thing that they wanted is not her, but her money. And it's not just any small money. I guess they are actually going for Lore's resources. As for sympathy, I guess it's because before they can really carry out their plan, they have already been taken out by Lady G. All this development matches my deduction completely. I was still wondering who dares to go and cheat on the Lady of Lore's resources, making her look that sad when she first entered the bookstore under the rain. Now that I look at it, I guess it's because Lore's resources has been holding the market for too long. causing some other small companies to be mad, which makes them want to use Lady Jail. Deduction complete. Very well, now we all know the truth already. They're an organization. Am I right? He's a pawn that's being instructed and controlled, and there's a whole lot more relation behind it, right? It seems like your revenge is far from over. He's a pawn that's being instructed and controlled, and there's a whole lot more relation behind it, right? It seems like your revenge is far from over. Yes, Hurley's might be just one of their pawns. This organization might have a tremendous power that I couldn't even imagine, and they must have hid it quite well. Just imagining that they are able to control a person's life just like that alone is enough to make me tremble. But the truth will always be far more terrifying than what I imagined. I guess my revenge still has a long way to go. But this time, I won't be the only one involved. Just like you said, it's time for to nurture some people that are trustworthy enough to keep next to me, so that I can build my own forces. Herlise. So that bastard's name is Herlise. After so long, I finally got the full picture. Also, from what Lady G described, not only that this guy is being he's basically built into a tool. No wonder that Lady G will show sympathy. But since it's no longer a might be just one of their pawns. Very well, now we all know the truth already. They have already been... Obviously, it's because the true motive written on the letter is far more terrifying than meeting a cheating bastard. It's so terrifying to the point where if she didn't get her revenge at that time, something terrible will definitely happen to her. If that's really how it is, that explains everything. This is no ordinary betrayal, but an organized, well-planned fraud, or maybe even a murder. Behind that bastard is a bastard group that planned everything, and the thing that they wanted is not her, but her money. And it's not just any small money. I guess they are actually going for Lore's resources. As for sympathy, I guess it's because before they can really carry out their plan, they have already been taken out by Lady G. All this development matches my deduction completely. I was still wondering who dares to go and cheat on the Lady of Lore's resources, making her look that sad when she first entered the bookstore under the rain. Now that I look at it, I guess it's because Lore's resources has been holding the market for too long, causing some other small companies to be mad, which makes them want to use Lady JL. Deduction complete. Very well, now we all know the truth already. They're an organization. Am I right? He's a pawn that's being instructed and controlled, and there's a whole lot more relation behind it, right? It seems like your revenge is far from over. He's a pawn that's being instructed and controlled, and there's a whole lot more relation behind it, right? It seems like your revenge is far from over. Yes. Hurley's might be just one of their pawns. This organization might have a tremendous power that I couldn't even imagine, and they must have hid it quite well. Just imagining that they are able to control a person's life just like that alone is enough to make me tremble. But the truth will always be far more terrifying than what I imagined. I guess my revenge still has a long way to go. But this time, I won't be the only one involved. Just like you said, it's time for to nurture some people that are trustworthy enough to keep next to me, so that I can build my own forces. Herlise. So that bastard's name is Herlise. After so long, I finally got the full picture. Also, Hurrybank PH. C-Bank.
Download today and get started.
Also, from what Lady G described, not only that this guy is being used, he's basically been built into a tool. No wonder that Lady G will show sympathy. But since it's no longer a single person, which means that Lore Resources can make a move against this organization. GUH, this kind of business rivalry is basically my weak point, so I don't even dare to give any guidance. For a pure scholar like me, I don't have that kind of business mind. There's no way I can suggest Boss G to have a fighting contest with the other organization's leader, right? Just imagining it is already a very unrealistic thing. There's no way that will happen. I'll just leave this kind of stuff to the pros. I can only give some simple reminders. You should ask your father to be more careful recently. Since you think that this organization is extremely terrifying, then it will definitely pose some kind of threat towards Lore Resources. Be cautious, your enemy will definitely not show any mercy. Thanks for your reminder, I will. Mr. Lin is right, I should let father know about this. Especially when this organization is hidden in the dark, and we are exposed to outer threat. If we're not careful enough, it might cause destructive damage towards Lore Resources. No one even knows this organization has nurtured how many superhumans that are of Herlis's caliber and work for them. Now that I'm slowly taking the steps towards the big stage of superhumans, and I have the entire Lore Resources right behind my back, there's a possibility that I might have to fight other renowned factions. This is no longer those small quarrels that I used to have. I still lack experience. Luckily, I have Mr. Lin's help and guidance. I guess this kind of help is basically nothing to him. The vision and mindset of a superior, they're terrifying. Charming. Not thinking of anything. Hey, the grudges that these rich people have sure made my life even more interesting. From relationship to business, things are starting to get more and more interesting. Why does Mr. Lin look like he's a little disappointed? And it seems like something is not up to his expectation? Could it be Mr. Lin is blaming me for not considering everything very well, and I'm not up to his expectations? Depressed after drinking the cold tea. Doesn't feel like talking at the moment. Daydreaming. Wait, if I think about it, the way that Mr. Lin do things is quite similar to how the organization is nurturing Herlise. They are both providing help from the dark, and will issue tasks after that. If that's really the case, then could it be that Mr. Lin is staying hidden here, scheming in the dark and controlling everything, so that he can fight against this unknown organization? Both sides must have competed in various ways in the dark for who knows how many times. And the result of that fight will definitely affect the future of Noken. And the most recent one is the hatching of the Mirror's Egg. Obviously, the final result will be the bookstore owner's victory. And the fight this time, my performance must have gotten the bookstore owner's approval. Then this bale of original recipe must be the reward that the bookstore owner prepared for me. But I didn't get to open it, and I even asked the bookstore owner to open it for me. The bookstore owner must have thought that I'm too weak, hence the disappointed look. And being unable to make a move against that organization, that must be why the bookstore owner is feeling depressed. By the way, since you're here, trying to recover, there's one more thing that I needed your help with. Please ask. It's my pleasure to help you. Why did this lady suddenly become this formal? I'm not really used to this. Here's the case. I have a customer. His name is Burton Ackerman. He lost his job recently, so he's quite depressed, but his individual skills are quite impressive. He might be quite a good subordinate. Maybe. You can give him a new job. What Mr. Lin meant is, he wants that White Knight Guardian, Burton Ackerman, to join my organization. That's right, when I met him earlier, Mr. Ackerman was also one of the bookstore's customers. And the Council of Truth has just announced that he gave up on the Wang Erda mission a few days ago. And that just made his reputation skyrocketed, but not in a really good way. Most of the hunters think that he's a coward that runs away. But there's hunters that heard that Wang Erda is still as strong as ever, so they think that he's a rational and smart person. Anyway, Ackerman is already a well-known name among the hunters. But I can tell just from meeting him, his strength is definitely beyond a normal destructive tier. And it's not impossible that he's able to assassinate some of the top-level destructive tier under certain circumstances. It was all thanks to his help that my organization didn't suffer that much. And the reason that he's willing to help must be because we're both customers of the bookstore. Now that I think about it, the meeting that I had with him must be one of Mr. Lin's instructions as well. So that we will have a good impression of each other, making it easier for us to work together in the future. The bookstore owner mentioned something about losing his job just now. Does he mean giving up on the mission of assassinating Wang Erda? Makes sense, this has definitely affected Mr. Ackerman's reputation in some way. Luckily, a bad reputation is still better than remaining nameless among the hunters. And since we have met each other beforehand, I can just recruit him. Moreover, Wang Erda is also one of the bookstore's customers. Which means, this entire incident is basically controlled by Mr. Lin himself. Calling it as losing his job. Mr. Lin sure is funny. My pleasure. Or should I say, I'm more than willing to give him a new job. This way, my organization will have an original recipe as a foundation. And I have a combat force that is strong enough to face any threat. As expected from Mr. Lin, he has thought of everything. Alright, then you can give me a suitable address. I will contact him and ask him to go and look for you. As expected from Lady G, rich people sure are straightforward. She didn't even think twice about the proposal. The position that the lady has prepared personally, the benefits must be quite well. The sky is getting dark. You should get back if there's nothing else. Being alone out here in the night is quite dangerous around here. This area has never been safe all this time. Sai, if it's still in the afternoon, I'm more than happy to keep talk ing with Lady G. Since she's a really big customer. Even if she's not buying, she can always recommend some of her friends to come over and buy as well, like Miss Torius. That's true. If that's the case, I will be heading back for now and wait for Mr. Ackerman's arrival. Mr. Lin is right. I'm already a hunter that's almost a destructive tier. I'm more than enough to be considered as an elite. But those that often come to Toast Bookstore, and those that are gunning for the bookstore, they're all people from large factions. They do indeed pose a big threat to us. If it wasn't because the original recipe is too important, and I don't want too many people to know about the story behind it, maybe it would be a good idea to bring along the new recruit that I saved earlier. Just like what Mr. Lin said, I should train a few reliable and trustworthy people beside me. Just relying on Kay and Marcus will give them too much of a burden. Before Mr. Ackerman comes to meet me, I should work on this first.
Human nanalo?
Has this kid taken a liking to the lady's box?
Ano man?
I guess it makes sense. It's
Opa
pretty
eh.
shiny.
Ulo.
And she even got it open
Kani
when she was
kani pa
playing
ako
with it
na
in
human.
life, so she must
Unsan
have liked
tanawa.
it.
Gahapon
Problem is, that thing is
nag-stream
super
ko
stuff,
isa
and
ka
it was
oras.
quite expensive as well.
Karon do ka
I
oras
can't let this
sad.
become her habit. Wanting other users to
Mo
never
pa
really
ako na
try.
human.
But
Isa
considering
yung
that this is the
viewers.
bastard state,
Wala
the
kay
lady might not
viewers,
even want to
zero.
look at it. She might just destroy it once she gets back
Bingo
and
mga-
bury it deep underground. To be honest, it's quite a waste.
Ba, bro?
And this kid has been doing whatever I asked her to do without any pay ever since she's with me, and she has never wanted anything from me.
Video pay.
Mm.
Install it now.
Oh,
And she has never wanted anything from me. If I don't give her a reward
Nay?
of some sort, what if she decides to work for someone
na
else
ba kay
instead in
karot
the future?
dito?
Where can I even
Dito
find
sa
an assistant
kuan.
this good again?
Kambugan.
And she seems like she really likes the box a lot,
Kambugan.
so I guess it's fine if it's just this one time. Ahem, this is the only time. Mr. Lin, it seems like our Miss Assistant here likes this box a lot. If you don't mind, why don't you take this as a token of gratitude? Ah, that's okay. This box, it looks quite expensive. No problem. It's just a box. I don't mind giving it to you if you want it. Or should I say, not realizing what you want is my mistake. If she put it that way, I can only take it. This lady really is. Sigh. So kind and easy to be tricked. I would have cheated on her as well if I'm a bastard. Luckily, I'm honest and kind. Well then, thanks a lot. If that's the case, it would be rude for me to not give you anything in return. As you can see, I have nothing valuable enough to trade for it here. How about this? Is there anything that you want in this bookstore? As you can see, I don't have anything that's valuable enough to trade for it. How about this? Is there anything that you want in this bookstore? Oh, except for the stone statue. It was a handcrafted gift given to me by a customer of mine. It's meaningful. Other than that, you can choose anything. This is great. My hunch was right. Once the box is open, the seal on it will be useless, and I don't have the ability to close it again. Without the seal on the box, the presence of the original recipe will be leaked. it will definitely attract unwanted attention. And the Wolf of Skygarden is already a destructive tier tree beast on its own, so the filthy blood that came from it is extremely valuable. So it's possible that it will attract destructive tier elites as well. Maybe. This is the second test that Mr. Lin is giving me. Even if there might be some kind of danger, I will still choose to give this box away. But it might be because of my decision that made Mr. Lin happy. He gave me a the opportunity. I have to make use of this opportunity. And this time, Mr. Lin said that it's anything in the bookstore. Which means, it's not just books, it can be anything else. Mr. Lin must have his own reasons for saying that. It's true that the books in the bookstore have all kinds of limitless secrets and power within them, but it won't be able to let me increase my strength in a short period of time. Moreover, there's no way for me to determine how much help the books will be. And Mr. Lin has already taken the stone statue away from the selections. Which means, it's not that much of a help in my current situation. Ghost? That's reasonable. It's true that it looks extremely terrifying, but it is only at the terror tier. It's only a nobody that can struggle slightly longer when facing strong enemies. How can it even be of help? If I want to look for something that's